I know Mercury retrograde is in full effect because my phone has been doing the software update, the same one over and over and over again for the past 5 hours, and I'm getting tired of it. So I had delay the install again because I'm not going to sit through this again. But Mercury retrograde, we have things like this. It literally trying to install software updates for 5 hours straight, the same one over and over again, and it keeps doing it, or it keeps repeating it. And I'm sick on top of that. And I was up all night dealing with that, and I have to get up in like 2 hours. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm a little bit irritated about that, and I'm sick. If you can't tell my voice, I'm not feeling great. I've been sick for a couple days, and I don't feel great. But anyways, Mercury being in retrograde and stuff. Yeah, it's messing up everything a little bit. I try not to blame everything on the retrograde, but things like the software updates that won't update right. Any other time I had a software update, if Mercury wasn't retrograde, it would update like the first try without all this trouble. The reason why I'm having all this trouble, I know why. Just like when Logan uploaded his last SML video, I believe it was Sunday. Anyway, he accidentally uploaded the same video from the couple nights before instead of the new one. And he had to take it down and start over because he uploaded the wrong video. Hello. Anyways, we watched the behind the scenes before we even watched the video. But I'm a firm believer that we all get whatever we receive, positive or negative, or a combination of the two, is our own fair share. That's what I'm a firm believer of. Whatever we're receiving, what we get is our own fair share. Our fair share, like it's fair. That's my belief, and I'm a firm believer in that. And so I try not to question, if sometimes whenever it seems like I get more than my fair share, I try not to think like that because I feel like since I'm a firm believer that we get our fair share of things, it's not a good idea to play the woe is me victim mentality card, right? So, but I will say, in all fairness and all actuality, I literally had we all have our own fair share of stupid fuck shit, but I've had my own fair share, at least my fair share, of snakes and rats. What I mean by snakes and rats are, well, a snake is a person that wants to harm you purposely, maliciously. They want to mess with you. They want to stress your life out. They want to cause you negativity in your life in any way, shape, or form. And sometimes you play with snakes too long enough to let them bite you, because if you play with the snake long enough, it'll bite you. Sometimes you don't know they're a snake until they bite you. Anyways, and there's sometimes where you find out who they are, and you try to avoid them, and that's when they can be more dangerous than ever. See, and you cut them out of your life, and you stop communicating with them, and you cut them out. So then that's when they send the rats in, the people that they use to spy because they can't get close to you. See, they send their rats in. That's what I call rats. They're snakes and rats, okay? We all got our own fair share of them, and hopefully you're not a rat or a snake, but if you're a rat because some people will come to you and be like, "Hey, I need you to go to this person and find out this for me," right? If someone says that to you, they're a snake and you're a rat. That's life. That's facts, baby. Anyway, so you gotta be smart sometimes, and you have your intuition will tell you if you're highly intuitive, your intuition will tell you who the rat is and who the snakes are. Well, you already know who the snakes are usually, but the rats, just to confirm your intuition, what you do is you know what information the snake wants, and the rat's there to get it, right? So you give the rat a certain amount of information, whether it's true or not, just to see to confirm that that's the real rat. And they give that information to the snake, and then the snake does with that information, and you pay attention, see, and you know how many rats there are, because there's always going to be more than one rat, right? That's what it is. And so when people ask me to do that shit, I'm like, you're a snake, go fuck yourself, slither away, slimy. You know what I mean? I don't ever spy on anybody for anybody else. That's just no. We're not even having that conversation. You're a snake, bitch. Like, if you call me, you're telling me to do that, you're a fucking snake, and I'll tell you to your face, I don't give a fuck. You want to snake me out too because I called you a snake for snaking and trying to snake? No. Go ahead. Fuck you. I'd rather die than be a fucking snake or a rat. Anyways, it's what it is. Anyways, you got to be careful if you're dealing with one of those snakes. If you have your intuition tells you that there's rats, trying to get information, you give the rats the information that you want them to have. that don't give them. I don't give them true information. I'm not trying to say lie. I'm not trying to force anybody to lie, or influence anyone or encourage anybody to lie. But sometimes you have to be sneaky about the truth. You can go without lying. I mean, some of the information you give to the rats, you can limit what information. You can be careful how you word stuff. But if you give certain information to the rats, you wouldn't necessarily be lying, but you wouldn't be given all the information. I know it's called lying by omission, but the thing is, the rats are trying to give the snakes information that they can use to fucking further cause you pain or suffering and damage and harm you. So I got experience dealing with these people. What I'm saying is I'm not giving the rats the information that the snakes want. I'm giving the rats the information I want the snakes to have. Because, see, I don't like snakes trying to fuck with me like that. It irritates me. And that's how I deal with shit like that. And this is what it is. I mean, it's facts, baby. I try my best to keep my integrity, you know, my morals and my values. I try not to lose that shit. You know what I mean? And at the same time, give the rats something to give the snakes. I try not to lie. Like when someone comes over to my house looking for someone else, you know, and I know that person's over there to harm or even try to kill at somebody else. Like this one bitch, one of my exes, right? This one bitch was coming over to look for him, and she'd already tried to run him over with her car and kill him, and she'd actually hit him with her car, but he didn't die, but his ribs were all fucked up, he couldn't walk. And he was laying on my couch, right? And when she showed up, he was like, tell her I'm not here, and he walked crippled ass to my bedroom and hid in my bedroom. And when I answered the door, I was like, may I help you? And she goes, is so-and-so there? And I was like, here's what I told her. I said, you know what? I couldn't tell you I can't tell you when the last time I seen him was. That's what I said. I didn't say he wasn't there. I said, I can't tell you when because I couldn't tell her because he asked me not to. See what I'm saying? And when she said, do you know where he is? And I would say something like, well, wait, what would I say? Like when she said, can you tell me, do you have any idea where he is? And I would be like, I couldn't tell you that. You're asking the wrong person. That's what I would say. Something like that, where it wouldn't lie, but I didn't directly tell her. And she said, can you tell me when the last time you seen him? I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't even tell you. See what I'm saying? You got to say stuff like that. That means you're not a liar, but at the same time, you know what I mean? I've been put in enough positions to know this stuff. I mean, it's what it is. But anyways, the snakes try to get the rats to get information. I give them the information that I want the snakes to know. That's what it is. You guys, I deal with that a lot in my life, so I try to avoid it as much as possible. But when I do give information to the rats to give the snakes, I make sure it's the information I want them to have and not the information they want. That's what it is. You know, if you don't like it, don't be a rat and don't be a snake. I mean, it's that simple, you guys. It all comes back. Energy comes back. If you're doing that stuff, I mean, and you don't realize, and then you're the one that plays the woe is me, you know, victim mentality card, because you don't realize that the energy you're getting back is the same energy you put out. You see what I'm saying? If you don't want that shit back, you're putting it out, but you want people to feel sorry for you. I'm sorry, you're toxic. I'm done. That's what it is. You guys, am I making friends here? I'm gonna go with no on that one. Anyways, I'm sick. My throat's sore. I gotta go. I got to get up in an hour, and it's like 5 in the morning. My phone keeps updating. It's what it is. Bye for real though.